Hello. This video provides an orientation to Concord's core features. We'll cover how to conduct a search in Concord, how to create a list of citations or passages using Concord, and how to share passages with friends or family members. To begin, I'd like to give you an orientation to the entire program. On the left-hand side, we have the Study Tools panel. This is where you can search for words in the Bible, Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy, Mary Baker Eddy's other books, and the Christian Science Hymnal. In the center, we have the Books panel. This is where you can read from the books page by page. And on the right-hand side, we have the Lists panel, where you can save lists of citations or passages that interest you. Let's begin with the Study Tools panel. If you are interested in searching for a specific word or phrase in the books, you can do so by coming up to the search bar, clearing it out by clicking on the small X in a circle, and entering any word or phrase on your mind. For example, I might search on the word faithful. Once I've typed in my word, I can move over to the small magnifying glass and click. That will show me all the instances in which the word faithful appears in the Bible, Science and Health, Christian Science Hymnal, or Mrs. Eddy's other books. You can see here that the word faithful is used 190 times in these books. 78 of those times appear in the Bible. If I would like to see the times that faithful is used in the Bible, I can do so by coming to the small gray down arrow and clicking it to expand the Bible results. I can then scroll through and see all the specific instances in which the word faithful appears. If I decide I'm done scrolling through these results, I can collapse them and move on to the next book by returning to the small gray arrow, which is now pointing up, and clicking it again. I can then move down to Science and Health, click the small gray down arrow to expand the results, and scroll through until I find a passage that I would like to read in Science and Health itself. If I find a passage that I'm interested in reading in the books, I can hover my mouse over the text of that passage and click. The Books panel will then automatically navigate to that citation and highlight the citation in green. If you're interested, you can also search for words which appear many times in the books. For example, if we search on the word faith by typing faith into our search bar and then clicking on the magnifying glass, you'll notice that it is used 771 times. 231 of those are in the Bible. If we expand these results, you'll notice that the results are broken out by book of the Bible to make it easier to navigate. If you'd like to see the results for a specific book of the Bible, simply highlight your mouse over the name of that book and click to expand the results. You can then come down, highlight the citation, or hover your mouse over the citation which you're interested in reading in the book itself, click, and the Books panel will automatically navigate to that citation and highlight it in green. If you know a certain page number in a book that you're interested in navigating to in the Books panel, you can do that by returning to the Study Tools panel, clearing out the search bar, entering the abbreviation for the book, followed by the page number you'd like to go to. So for example, we could do SH for Science and Health, followed by a space, and then page 494. If I come and click on the magnifying glass, you'll notice that the Books panel automatically jumps to page 494 of the Science and Health. And you can tell that we're on page 494 because the page number will be right over here on the right-hand side of the Books panel. If there's a specific citation or line that you'd like to navigate to on a particular page, You can do that by typing the abbreviation for the book, the page number, followed by a colon, and the line number. Then when you come and click on the magnifying glass, you can also use the Enter key if you're using a keyboard. You'll notice that the Books panel automatically jumps to that specific citation and highlights it in green. Next, I'd like to show you how to create a list using Concord. To create a new list, you'll come up here to the small gray plus button. You'll notice when I hover my mouse over it, a little message, Create New List, pops up. If I click on the plus button, an area will open in which I can title my new list. I might title this list Love. Once I have my title, I'll come down to the Save button and click on the Save button. I now have saved a new list on Love, which I can add specific citations or passages to from the Books panel. To add a passage that's currently highlighted in the Books panel to your list, what you'll do is come over here to your Citation Builder. The Citation Builder refers to this top bar right up here, in which you can see there's a 9-dot icon, followed by the abbreviation for the book and the citation. To move this citation into your list, you're going to place your mouse over the 9-dot icon. Your mouse will turn into a cross-directional arrow. When this happens, you can click and hold, and then drag or move your mouse to your list on Love. You'll notice that the citation moves with you, and when the area in your list is highlighted in green, you can release, and the citation will automatically be added to this list. If you kept reading in Science and Health on page 494 and continued along, and perhaps as you flip to the next page, you noticed something else that you would like to contain in this list on Love, it's easy to highlight something so that it appears in your Citation Builder and you can drag it into your list. To highlight in the Books panel, all you'll do is move your cursor in front of the first word which you would like to include in your citation. You'll click and hold, and then drag across the text which you would like to highlight. When you'll release, you'll notice that that citation will be added into your Citation Builder. You'll also have two small tools on the left-hand side of the Books panel, a highlighter and an eraser. If you decide that you highlighted a bit too much and you would like to take some away, you can click on the highlight tool and your mouse will change into an eraser. You can then come to the first word which you would like to erase, click, hold, and drag over all the words which you would like to erase out of that citation. When you release, only that which you wanted to keep will be left highlighted, and you'll notice that the Citation Builder will be updated to reflect only that which is highlighted. If you decide that you need to start entirely over and you would like to clear all of your highlighting, you can come up to the Citation Builder and click on the small gray X on the right-hand side of the Citation Builder. This will get rid of all of your highlighting. If you've gotten rid of all of your highlighting, you can then begin to highlight again by simply putting your cursor in front of the first word which you would like to include in your citation, click, hold, and drag. When you release, the updated citation will appear in the Citation Builder. And again, to move this citation to our list, we'll hover our mouse over the 9-dot icon until it turns into a cross-directional arrow. We'll click, hold, and then drag or move our mouse over to our list. And once an area is highlighted in green, we know we can release, and that citation will automatically be added to our list. If you click on one of these citations, it will expand so that you can see the words that are included in that citation. To collapse it, simply click on the citation again. If there's a specific citation that you have memorized by heart that you know you would like to include in your list, you can do that by clicking on the Add Citation button. This will open a box in which you can write the abbreviation for the book followed by the page or chapter, and then the line number or verse. For example, we could do Matthew, chapter 5, followed by a colon, verse 44. Once my citation is in, I can come down to the Save button, click Save, and that citation will automatically be added to my list. If I click on this citation to expand it, and then hover my mouse over the words of the citation, and click on those words, you'll notice that the Books panel automatically navigates to that citation. I can go back to a citation in Science and Health by simply expanding the citation by clicking on it, hovering over the words of that citation, and clicking again. And then you can read this citation in the book. You can also add a comment or header to your list by using the Add Text button. For example, perhaps you want to add a header that says the Bible and a header that says Science and Health to this list for each of the correlating passages. To do this, I'll come and click on the Add Text button. I can then add the words, the Bible, come to the Save button, click Save, and we'll have a little comment which says the Bible. I can add another which says Science and Health. I can then come down and click the Save button. I now have 3 citations and 2 comments or headers. I can reorder these citations and headers by hovering my mouse over the 9-dot icon next to any specific citation or comment that I'm interested in moving. When my mouse becomes a cross-directional arrow, I will click, hold, and can then drag or move that header or citation wherever I'm interested. So perhaps I'd like to start with my passage from the Bible. I can move my header, the Bible, to the very top of my list. I can then come down to my passage from Matthew, hover my mouse over the 9-dot icon, click, hold, and drag my passage from Matthew to just below my header, the Bible. I can do the same thing with my header, Science and Health, moving it just above my passages from Science and Health. Now you can see here that I have a nice list with a few citations. If I go back to this passage on Matthew by clicking on it in the books, and I'm reading this passage from the books, and then I decide I would like to jump to my next passage in Science and Health, I can easily do that by coming down to the bottom right-hand corner of the Books panel and clicking on the Next button. This button will take me to the next passage or citation in my list. So you'll see I navigated to Science and Health, page 494, line 10. If I navigate down to the Next button and click that one more time, I'll head to my last citation, Science and Health 495, 25 to 31. If I decide that perhaps I know someone who would really like to have this list, I can do so by coming up to the List Options menu, clicking on the List Options menu, and moving down to the 4th item, Print Preview. If I click on Print Preview, it will open up the Print Preview panel. Here, you can view what your list will look like if you print it off so that you could give it to someone. There are many settings which you can adjust so that the appearance of this list is just how you would like it. To adjust those settings, use the Settings gear right up here. Click on the Settings gear and you'll see you have a few different menus. You can adjust the format by clicking on the small white arrow that's pointing down. You can then choose whether you would like this to be in book format, which will include line numbers and marginal headings, things like that. Maybe just citations if someone already has their own set of books. Or free-flowing, which is paragraph format. You can also use the small white down arrow to expand font size and choose whether you'd like your font size to be small, medium, or large. Once you've selected all of the options which you would like, click anywhere outside of the box and it will automatically close. You can then use this small print button, clicking on that print button, to open up your list in a new tab. Don't worry, the Concord program that you were using before is in the tab right next to it. This tab just opened as an easy place for you to print from. So long as your computer is hooked up to a printer, using this tab you can then print your list by going up to File, Print, or you can use a command shortcut on your keyboard. For example, on a Mac, Command P will open up the printing panel. On a PC, it would be Control P. You can then select which printer you would like this list to go to and hit print. When you're done printing, you can head back to Concord and click on this white X on the right-hand side of Print Preview to return to the program itself. Finally, there may be times in which you don't want to print an entire list, but you would like to share a single passage with a friend. The easiest way to do that is using copy and paste. To use copy and paste, navigate to a particular citation in the books and make sure that it is highlighted and included in the citation builder. You can then come up to the citation builder and click on this three-dot menu. Clicking on the three-dot menu will open up a number of different things which you can use the citation builder to do. We're going to go down to Copy to Clipboard. Copy to Clipboard means simply that you're going to save a bit of information on your computer for a short period of time until you paste it into a Word document or an email or wherever you would like to put this information to share with someone else. You can only have one thing copied to your computer's clipboard at a time, so make sure if you copy a citation that you right away go and paste it wherever you would like to put it. Then you can come back and copy a separate citation if that interests you. You can choose whether you'd like to copy the citation, which will just be the abbreviation for the book, followed by the chapter and verse, or page and line number, free-flowing, which will be paragraph format, or book format, which will include marginal headings and line numbers. I'd like to do book format for this one, so I'll come under Copy Clipboard to Book Format and click on that option. You'll then notice in the center of the screen a little message appears which has a check mark and the word Copied. I'll show you one more time just to ensure you can see the message. Clicking on the three-dot menu, we'll come down to Copy to Clipboard and click on Book Format. The message then appears in the middle of the screen. Once you see that message, you know that your passage has been successfully copied. You can then open up a Microsoft Word document, an email, or anything else and paste the citation into that document. To paste, you can go up to Edit, Paste, or you can use a keyboard shortcut. On a Mac, Command V, and on a PC, Control V. You can then see here that this citation has been copied into the Word document, making it very easy to share with someone else. You can then return back to Concord and continue to search, read from the books, and create lists. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please remember to check out the other videos on our Concord Support page. Thanks!